Thanks for watching our new video with the Piano Solutions Restoration Shop, and today we talk about limits in the piano business. Uh, of course, we're all limited in certain things, but in our business, there are a lot of limits. Since we're dealing with a very complex music instruments at a lot of applications, definitely we just like limited in a certain way. And just very just small example, like for instance, in restoration we use the piano parts, like this particular, we call it repetition, or they call it weapon, that use an action. And of course we're not able to manufacture them, these pieces. That's why it's our limit. Let's say if we not able to get them, probably we're not able to restore the piano. Luckily, there's several manufacturers, they make them. And another thing that might complicate our business, if they raise the prices on these pieces. That's happen anyway. But if they double or triple, it's probably affect restoration process. And another limit is just when you don't have a proper tool. Uh, if you have this primitive tool or don't have it at all, it's definitely limit you in performing restorations. It's very simple. I show you just a device that we'll talk about this. Just it's a tool that cutting damper felt, and with this particular tool working like 10 times faster than the regular that you can get it from supply companies. Yeah, that's just like give you chance to work more comfortable and easy. Save the time that you can apply for other stuff. And of course, hand tools, it's very important. You got all these different screwdrivers that you work without damage, and the cordless tool that we're able to get it, like what you see, just the screwdrivers. They help a lot in our business. But there are some areas that completely unexplored, and that's very important to solve this problem, because of course I did research before. I try to find maybe something available. I just go through this piano technician bills magazines. I got just like magazines dated from like 1965. And what I have to say, unfortunately, it's nothing been done for these years. Nevertheless, of course, they did a lot of positive things in education things, and the small things like how to fix certain things. And I want to just like emphasize on these areas, like one of the most important, to analyze the piano sound, because the piano sound is unique sound. It's we just like experience some unique character of this sound. We like the sound of the piano, and like in music industry, people use the different just like comparison of the sound. Like I heard from one musician, he talked about like he feel like it's spilled red wine. That's how he compared the sound. Of course, um, you don't want to spill this red wine inside the piano. And but if you just look at this beautiful picture that's happened, you might on the, let's say, on a white piece of paper, if you spill the red wine, probably it's beautiful, right? A picture that you can compare with the sound. Some people just compare it with some kind of temple, and that's what they experience when they hear the sound of piano. Some people with the I mean, just night sky or whatever, just like. But we need something more steady. We need equipment to calculate all these frequencies, decay, and of course we want to just like to see what's happened in the first microseconds. that we get a little bit understanding of sound of the piano, because piano is like a queen of the music instruments, and another thing, it's the only one music instrument that can be tuned. That if you notice, the piano player is mostly not able to tune the piano. That's why it goes to separate guild of people like piano technician that takes years. And we want to just, of course, to understand this, what's happening inside the sound. Unfortunately, for now, it's empty space. Yeah, that this we already talked. They use this uh, kind of comparison. That's not a scientific, of course. Beside this, each piano got this character of just touch of the piano. It means it's a little bit different from the sound. It's how you feel, how you connect it to the sound, what you experience when you move all these action parts. And they're very different. They got this character. You can feel this different weight of the action parts that create some resistance. We call it inertia and the friction, of course, inside. And we'd like to compare the pianos by this character. Do we have anything to compare? No. It's all just like unexplored and, of course, subjective. And people, of course, still find the pianos that they like, and they okay, they like their pianos. But for us in the piano industry, we need, of course, this ability to compare the inertia and the differences between the pianos. Then, of course, the piano is supposed to be regulated, or action supposed to be regulated inside the piano. And there are some dimensions that we have to follow, but in to understand the action, how it works, we need relative knowledge. We want to know what's happened, how it's inside the action, how it's affect repetition, ability to control the sound by moving different just parts in a different position. We want a relative knowledge. It's possible to learn it. We need some special experiments set up. Do we have this available? Yeah, unfortunately, it's not. It's empty space. Regarding the most important part of the piano, just like manufacturing and bringing it to this desired sound, is the voicing. And yeah, that's again, we have to know what's happened inside the hammerhead, where these areas stretching areas and compressed areas, what's happened when the technician applied the needle. That's really actually brutal action when he does it. He move to this intricate fibers. He move this big, just jump, just like big, just like rod, whatever you name it. It's just metal thing that really just damage the condition of the fibers. But that's what we have for now in order to affect the sound by needling it or put some liquids, maybe some other stuff people use like heating or just like filing the hammerheads. But of course, it's all just on a primitive level, and we need to explore these areas too. Now, generally, the purpose of this video to bring attention to these very important areas that unfortunately, just like we don't know it. And like with these organizations, like big organizations that involve a really great, talented people, engineers and technicians, yeah, that's probably they can just pay more attention on these important areas that give us really understanding of the piano. Thanks a lot for watching our video, and we probably hear from you the comments below, and hopefully together we can just talk about these a subject, and eventually we solve it.